Compaction forces out the air channels, making it impossible for the water to soak through to the root system. The soil has become too hard to let anything through. As a result, the roots have no other option than to stay superficial. The classical way of breaking up soil compaction is by driving the forks of a pitchfork into the soil, leaning it backwards. Compaction is relieved and excessive water drains away. A mechanically driven operation called Verti Draining is doing the same job as the pitchfork. The Verti Drain drives tines up to a depth of 400 millimeters straight into the soil. Then they crank backwards, lifting and breaking up the soil. Life-giving air is reintroduced into the soil, allowing the water to flow through to the root system. This allows roots to grow downwards with many ramifications. Several sizes of tractor-mounted Verti Drains are available. They can be equipped with a variety of solid and hollow coring tines. The self-propelled Verti Drain model 7007 penetrates the soil up to a depth of 150 millimeters. Special fingers keep the turf down while the tines penetrate the soil. Thus, grass does not easily come loose if roots are shallow. The crank axle of the tine holders and the wheel base are positioned in line with each other so that sharp curves can be handled. It is possible to walk in front of the Verti Drain to avoid the extra weight of the operator on the tires, or if difficult to reach or extremely steep areas are treated. Hollow coring tines of different dimensions can be applied too. They penetrate the soil vertically up to a depth of 150 millimeters. The lever that adjusts the tine angle in the ground needs to be reset to 90 degrees. Hollow coring tines are ideal to remove dead organic material called thatch, or for exchanging the existing soil with new sand. A special core collector can be added at the back to move all the cores smoothly to the end of the green. It consists of individual aluminium segments which avoid scalping of the turf. The Verti Drain model 7007 penetrates up to a depth of 150 millimeters. The working depth is easily adjustable by loosening 2 bolts on each side, then turning the top lever, and at the end tightening the bolts again. The tine angle is adjusted by adjusting the side lever. For vertical penetration with hollow coring tines, the lever is set at 90 degrees. For steep or wet areas, extra grip can be given to the tires so that slip can be avoided. The pin on the rear bar is then adjusted to the lowest position. A rotating brush can be connected to the back of several models of Verti Drain. It will incorporate sand into the holes, or it will break up the cores when hollow coring tines are applied. The brushes are segmented so that it is ideally suited to process the material. Turning the levers on the rear roller will increase the contact of the brushes with the turf surface. A firm brush at the back and a plastic cover over the top prevent material from being thrown out. Another firm brush at the front prevents the material from being thrown into the machine. The Turf Tidy is a 3-in-1 machine. It can be equipped with blades for scarifying, with blades for mowing, and with brushes for sweeping. It comes in 2 sizes, 1.3 meters and 1.7 meters working with. Here we show the smallest model, equipped with brushes for sweeping. The Turf Tidy contains a special floating head which follows exactly the surface contours. Grass will not be scalped off. Thus it is ideally suited to clean up debris like cores, leaves and pine needles. Four wheels at the back minimize the amount of ground pressure. The hopper empties oblique backwards so that trailers can be reached easily. The special turbo fan creates extra vacuum and sucks up the material. It pushes and compacts the debris to the back of the hopper. The Turf Tidy is standard equipped with a front roller. Optionally, as shown here, the front roller can be exchanged for front wheels. It can be quickly changed from a drawn version to a 3-point hitch version by removing the central wheel segment. In the 3-point hitch version, the 2 remaining tyres will pivot. The Turf Tidy is the safest sweeper on the market today. Exchanging the blades or brushes is done from the front. It allows the operator to stay away from the back so that he will not run the risk that the raised hopper falls on top of him.